What is up, everybody? LUI right here. And well, George the Ball Peterson did happen yesterday, should I say expectedly. I mean, he was coming like a bomb and he made a splash in the New York Pro, newly created, thank God, classic physique division. Dude is just proper, not overdone. And again, this back is reminiscent of some figures of old, right? Thanks to Mr. Jason Breeze from Muscular Development for those HD pictures that do not lie, and that did rather great justice to a lot of these guys. The first two guys, I dare say athletes, because they really look athletics, and again, they're bringing back the golden era of old aesthetic all day and every day. Another shot of that marvelous back. However, the show was won by Brian, deservedly so. Brian Ainsley. Much talk was about this guy last year. I spoke about him lengthily because he placed number 4 in the debut of Mr. Olympia Classic Physique. Number 4, for Lord's sake. And I did not agree with the decision that a gentleman called Sadiq placed ahead of him, for that matter, number 3. And ahead of a slew of other guys. I did believe back then, I still do believe, it is my personal opinion, that Brian suffered greatly from the quote-unquote so-called politics. This year though, well, it is not Mr. Olympia yet, but deservedly so, they gave him number 1. And he looks just proper, doing some poses that, you know, how we're forgotten. A tilted front double bicep, please. Rather a rare sight in all-out bodybuilding. Some definitely just proper, right? But then again, this is not about this gentleman nor this competition. As we notice, I mean, my shift has been, I mean, clearly towards classic physique lately, and I'm swaying away from all-out bodybuilding. I'm not that passionate about it. You guys noticed that since months already. As a matter of fact, since last year, Mr. Olympia. And quite frankly, I don't think it will be that passionate, so to speak, as Phil Heath is just too dominating. There is not a single figure, not a single persona that can challenge him physically, and especially not when it comes to the charisma. I don't know who's gonna replace him, and quite frankly, I think it's rather dull. He will collect whatever he has to collect as sandouts. But then again, proceed, shall we? And the same around, since you guys know, I did report about bodybuilding for an excess of several years in a row. Well, right now, why don't you guys take a look and tell me what you think? It is my turn to ask you to do your personal reporting. Quite frankly, it is not rocket science. I mean, this is a mandatory report, namely the front lat spread. We see Juan Morel here in the New York Pro. I think he trains in New York too, right? In a famous gym called Bev's Gym. And I think that the show yesterday was called the Bev's Gym New York Pro, so to speak, right? It used to be called back in the day the Night of Champions. It is deemed to be number 3 in the ranking after Mr. Olympia and the Arnold Classic Ohio. So it's quite an important show, so to speak. Nonetheless, he placed number 3. Yes, then again, it is a mandatory pose, rather known front lat spread. However, even though it's talking about the lats, it is a complete pose. We should not dismiss the lower section, the downstairs, namely the quads, of course, even the arms, the chest development, and most importantly, the conditioning. Compared to a guy who placed number 6, his name is, I think, Sasan Hirati. He trains under a guy from the New York region, if I'm not mistaken, or the East Coast rather. I think he's from Maine. Mr. Chris Acito, one of the best gurus, known gurus also out there. And look at him. I think he looks proper. Right, that's what I'll say, but it is up to you actually to answer me in the comment section, if you will. Same pose, front lat spread, again compared with Mr. Juan Morel, who placed number 3, and we have Sasan pressed number 6, right? I salute a lot of things about this guy, quite frankly, even though I'm not into bodybuilding that much. But if this was bodybuilding, probably I would still be reporting about bodybuilding much extensively. Proper. Just proper. I cannot help but say proper. The P word. Proceed, shall we? This is called, mind you, a abs and thighs. Another mandatory pose, abs and thighs. Thighs for the non-English people means legs, or pretty much in this case the quadriceps, since we're looking at the front of those tree trunks, the quadriceps, right? Abs and quadriceps, so to speak. Mandatory pose. Again, compared to the guy who placed number 6, Sasan Hirati. Tree trunks, tree trunks, tree trunks, tree trunks. Abs, absolutely proper, absolutely proper, absolutely Lee Labrada on a daily. Dear me, proceed, shall we, right? Back, as we know, since pretty much always 1983 to be more precise, since Samir Banout shows are rather one from the back, and this is a back double bicep. So the biceps, right? There's a biceps in it too, and it should be complete pose. We took a look at the glutes and the hammies, maybe please, and everything pretty much, right? Mandatory pose, of course. Again, against the same guy, Sasan Hirati, back double bicep. This guy placed number 6, Christmas trees, baby please. And Juan Morel placed number 3. But then again, proceed, shall we? This is one of the most dominant pose of currently Mr. Olympia Phil Heath. It is the back lat spread, It should be rather Dorian-esque, isn't it? Complete pose again from head to toe, calves and everything, conditioning, the arms, how they flow and everything. And Sasan Hirati, the balance, the ridges, California Central Valley in the center, a small Phil Heath, so to speak, if I might add, right? But then again, we have to proceed, don't we? Side chest, again, versus the same gentleman, Sasan Hirati. Do you even Lila brother of old on juice? I mean, the hammies hang low, proper. Side tricep from Sasan Hirati this time around. And this is not a mandatory pose, so to speak. I mean, they tend to do it, bodybuilders of nowadays trying to resemble or bring back the golden era. It doesn't have a name, so to speak, but Phil Heath makes it rather proper. He does it a lot, and he brings the 3D effect, the ridges, the cobra in these lats, and so on and so forth. And not quite the same, but didn't do it, but we can appreciate the muscular development of Sasan Hirati. It's just slabs of muscle continuum right there. I mean, wow, a small Phil Heath, so to speak. I mean, small Phil Heath, I mean, point blank, pretty much, right? Most muscular pose. And again, thank you for Mr. Jason Breeze for bringing this HD footage, HD pics actually, which should depict all kind of striations and feathers in the quadriceps if they're available, right? In this case, let's proceed. This pose, it's not a pose, so to speak, but this position, in a sense, should showcase the very depth of your Christmas tree development alongside, you know, the definition in these glutes and hammies and arm balance and so on and so forth, right? Most muscular pose, Phil Heath, sorry, not Phil Heath, Sasan Hirati, right? Absolutely magnificent. I do bestow a proper salute upon this. Ridges, definitions in these legs, the balance between the upstairs and the downstairs area. Look at the chest striations, look at the shoulders. Number 6 place he was. Right, okay. Yeah, I think his only issue was the fact that he was displaying a vacuum, I would assume in a sense. Yeah, vacuum nowadays in bodybuilding is a rarity, a rare sight, and I have no idea about the current metrics of judging. You tell me, guys, but this guy has it, which was a rare sight there. Maybe he was dinged for that. Right, again, a most muscular pose of Sasan Hirati, Phil Heath in a sense. Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Video was short. Hopefully it's gonna work. I will render it right now, and we know I did a lot of editing and videos previously about bodybuilding. It will be less and less. Probably I'll report about Mr. Olympia and that's it. I might make random videos here and there, but mostly it's gonna be about aesthetics from now on. Classic physique these guys are representing, and quite frankly they rekindled some sort of a light in myself. But that's it. This was a rather bodybuilding related video, but it is me to you asking you what do you guys think about it. Thank you for watching the LUI. Have a nice one. I'll be eagerly waiting for your comments down low.